Hi, we're in the shady part of Balustrada de Santiago, which used to be the old fortifications that surrounded Veracruz. And this is a little guardhouse here. And since it's shady, we'll record here. Anyway, this is part of the old fortifications around Veracruz, and they were assaulted twice in its history. The first time was in the Pastry War, a war that started because during the violence in 1836 that caused Texas and Yucatan to split away from Mexico. In Mexico City there was a kitchen owned by a French guy, he made pastries there, and a mob totally destroyed it. The guy goes to the French government, complains, says, "I'd like to have some compensation." The French government demands 600,000 pesos, which, a peso being a day's wage for most people, was a huge sum. So the Mexican government refuses to pay. They've also defaulted on a bunch of loans the French made to them. And so the French go to war in what's called the Pastry War. Well, the French take over the city of Veracruz and they blockade Tampico, and the Mexicans are totally unaware by this. You could say that the French Pearl Harbored the Mexicans when they came here. Well, Santa Anna, remember Santa Anna, he lost Texas in 1836 and retired from government service. Well, he shows up again and says, "I will offer my services if anybody wants them." And the Mexican government says, "Sure, please help." So he gathers an army, leads them here to Veracruz, fights the French army, doesn't really win, but his leg is shot and has to be amputated. He becomes the hero of Veracruz. He stood for Mexican honor, and as a result is able to return to politics and become a president. You know, Santa Anna's president 11 times in his life, and it never really works out well for Mexico or for him in the end. Well, the French later decide to end their expedition here. They pull out and the Mexicans pay the 600,000 pesos. And that's the story of the Pastry War.